Officer ROG, and XP Pro Eyewear. I'm Jack Destroyer 4, joined here by the wonderful Mads Bear.
Yeah.
And we're here for some good Valorant.
We are on Halloween, may I add.
Yeah.
It is the 31st of October, so I look a little bit scuffed. It's the last minute.
Look, I respect the commitment. The commitment was there.
Nothing to go on.
I kind of realised I didn't sort anything.
That's okay.
Land and went.
But we've got some good games of Valorant.
True.
So that's all that matters.
I mean, that is all that matters. And, you know, with it being Halloween, maybe this is where we start to see, you know, some upsets. Maybe this is the day of upsets.
Hey,
Stuff can go different
Trick
on
or
this
treat.
Sunday. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it happens, but
yeah,
we're going into our first game, which is...
Bagpipe Baddies versus The Last Resort.
Yeah.
Now, some very well-known players amongst the EPIC community. We have Gogs, who is... Obviously, we know Gogs.
Been around the scene for a
Yeah,
while.
but I was looking at his EPIC tracker. He's been here since like EPIC 30 something, I don't know.
Wow. That's a long time.
Playing CS. But did actually make it into finals last EPIC, so not too bad. There's a couple of players that you know, they're here for their first time on both teams.
Yeah.
We've got Jenny and Jess on Bagpipe Baddies, who have been, you know, they've
been
had
around.
their fair share at EPICs for sure, and they're joined by Control Asterix.
Yeah.
Who has been a last-minute sub for them. I know the group chat's called Bagpipe Baddies plus Ben.
I think he's one of them.
I think he is.
But here we go. We got our map veto coming through. We've got these banned out. We start off with a split ban. Pearl, Abyss, Bind, Haven, and Corrodal get banned out, leaving us with Sunset. Now, of course, it's a BO1. We only get the one map.
Yeah.
Going into Sunset, I mean, it's an okay map. I think it's one where you can kind of see the sort of different ideas that teams have.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing with these best of ones, right? You really have to make the most of this map. We've had so many changes in the last couple of weeks, right? And I'm sure people have had time to kind of work things out, but Sunset's been kind of a bit more of a stable map considering the current map pool. It's, you know, the Corrode's new. You've had Abyss has had a rework. You've got Split and Pearl coming back in. You don't have much of a choice of much stability. Yeah. So I think it's a pretty standard pick.
Yeah, and I mean, combining that with all of the agent changes, I mean, you've got refresh util going from 40 to 60 seconds. Like, all of a sudden, we're going to have these teams where, you know, maybe you would have spammed util just a little bit. You don't care as much. Adding that extra 20 seconds on, it means you kind of only get one or two goes with your util in a round. And then unless you get Spike Plant down, that is your util done for the round.
The only issue is Sunset is one of those maps where you have to use util to be able to take space. You can't really kind of, you know, work your way up slowly with smokes as much as you want to. You've got elbow and A. B main can be quite hard to take without any utility, and mid is such an important space to take control of early on in this map. I'm interested to see how they want to play these comps. Is it better off you're going double duelist? Seems to be, obviously it was being used quite a lot over the last year or so, but because of these new reworks, like you're saying with the initiators, is it better off to be able to use more duelists as initiators?
Yeah.
Yoru gets used a lot. Obviously his ultimate got completely nerfed to the ground, but it's still good for information, right? And it's all these little things that that help out without having that extra time added on to your util.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And I mean, of course, we can't forget the new agent coming in. We've got Vito. I mean, we talk about the map Vito. We now have an agent called Vito.
Right.
Not at all confusing. But Vito, being able to just remove utility from the map, stop him from being affected by it, when you've got less utility in the first place, you then chuck an agent like that in, and all of a sudden, you just kind of can't use util unless you're clearing it out.
The only issue with Vito, I say issue, is obviously he's a Sentinel, right? And we're seeing a few Sentinels even with Vise and stuff like that. You have to be able to coordinate yourself very well. It's very hard. Like with Cypher, you kind of set up and you're done. Whereas, you know, you have to activate all the utility. You have to be able to look at your TP to be able to actually use it. So it's these kind of situations that you have to be in really good positions. However, we have some very strong players. I think that might be doable, but I
mean, we'll have to see. I mean, we're seeing all of these picks coming on through already. Gogs locking in on that KO. I mean, KO feels like kind of dropped back into the agent pool. Yeah. Kind of out of nowhere. Like, we get these changes through and suddenly KO's back.
I really like this comp. It's kind of standard default comp for most maps. You know, you have the Neon, the Omen, the Sova, the Cypher. But like you're saying, here, and the map's quite small. Yeah. The sites are quite compact, and you have so much space for that knife to be able to clear, and you have this rotation of utility with the Sova. You've got 60 seconds on that clock, right, for that util to come back. But if you can do, you know, every 30 seconds, you're rotating this utility and that information, and it will work really, really well. Yeah. I like the Cypher.
I mean, yeah, Cypher's...
You can't go wrong.
I mean, also, there is a slight nerf of, you can hear all of his util and stuff.
Yeah.
But regardless, you still have to clear it. It's great to know where it is, but you still have to be able to clear it. I mean, also, seeing the Neon picked on through, that's that pace change you need.
Yeah.
Rotating on a big map.
Solo duelist.
Solo duelist,
Tend to see Neon alongside, again, that Yoru on a map like Sunset. So, I mean, this is last November type comp. So I remember before Neon got nerfed and was just last October Epic. We were just seeing Neons everywhere, but I do like it.
On the other side, I'm seeing an ISO Raze currently being picked in. I mean, you've got your dive duelist in the sense of Raze. We're seeing a bit more Waylay being picked through in some maps, but Raze is still a good pick, and there we go, they get locked in.
Okay, I don't hate that.
I quite like that comp.
They haven't got that initiator, which, okay, is a little bit risky.
I'm assuming the Vise is there to kind of, with the flash get them in, but it's not the same.
However, you have the Viper, right?
Yeah.
And the Clove. Both of them tend to be used either alongside an Omen, and then you kind of use that Clove or Viper as a lurking sentinel, kind of playing with using your smokes for yourself, that kind of thing. But having them both together, I don't know. These are a very fast-paced type of smokes to be using.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens as Bagpipe Baddies going to be starting on the attack side.
I really like the ISO as well. Sorry, I have to say.
The
I love ISO.
ISO being picked through, it's always one of those where I love to see those really good mechanical players just lock it in.
Yeah.
Like, if you have the aim to be doing it, please just lock it in every game.
Yeah.
It's great entertainment. I mean, we've seen great players in the past in various tournaments lock in an ISO, and it's just, it's unfair.
We have, and that Viper, it's going to come out early as well onto Ace, and a little bit of a stack towards A. A few pings coming out as well, and get into the first round of the game.
To see what they do is Kero gonna want to push up here. Wants to go exploring, but decides not to opt into this as Bagpipe Baddies going to be pushing through with 4. Sending the Viper in mid. They've already taken these fights, and Kero's won the first one out there. They choose to back on up just for now, but they want to re-aggress into this as well. Starlight will get the first there, has to back on up as Jake will take down another. That's Asterix down on the ground as Kero gets another as well. And all of a sudden, only 2 players left standing for Bagpipe Baddies, and they're split on the map. You've got this KO pushing through mid, trying to cut off this last player, but they managed to pass each other. Jess has managed to escape for now, managed to regroup with the team. It's looking like they might have a free B site, but they don't know about this. They want to rotate back, but they don't know Gogs is pushing up. This time it could be so bad. I think Gogs has spotted them out here. Got the Ghost in hand, but no! Atsumu swings round, and a great headshot onto Gogs there. Bringing the numbers closer to even. I mean, with the Cypher on half HP, it's always possible. Kero's going to know about this, though. Surely this swing through comes on. It's all down to the timing. Kero, though, this is out on that timing for now. Looking to go for the lurk. Are these players going to be ready for this? Still just, how is this happening? But the communication is going to be going over to the Sova to tell them that the players are pushing on up. Kero's going to be in the back line. Surely this is just a crunch onto Bagpipe Baddies with the start as well. It will reveal them out. Surely the spams come through. There we go. Chris will take down 1. All left on to the solo player in Atsumu. And nothing more can be done. It's the first round for last resort.
Yeah, and I mean, even down to a 2v4, it's definitely still doable. Like, taking his 1v1s, the Gogs getting taken out. And it's anyone's game, but so much aggression early on. Jenny getting taken out pretty much instantly, pushing through the Viper wall without anyone else being there. Because the Viper went down and back up again, and I think there's a bit of miscommunication. But with BO1s, pistol rounds are so important.
Yeah.
You have one game to be able to try and get these points for your team. And if you're not getting these early rounds, that's a possible 4 rounds throughout the whole game that you can have for free.
Exactly that, and we'll see what they can do. See if they can somehow get a Thrifty on through here. Going really aggressive into this fight. Zell will find 2 already on the round. Kero will find a 3rd for the team. Swings on through, takes the fights, and they're all down. I mean, it's an expected round from last resort, but they made that fast.
Yeah, you definitely want to be able to, get something out of that at least if you can't win the round. And the gun's looking so good.
Yeah.
I like the Marshall, actually. XL on the Marshall early on, you tend to see a lot of Outlaws now. But saving that money up, I think they're very confident coming to this game. Obviously, it is Seed 7 versus Seed 17.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a gap.
First round's always a bit like this.
Also, it's first game on.
First game on, yeah, this is where...
The bar was open last night. Who knows? This could be...
I mean, we never know. I mean, these players might, still be trying to wake up just a little bit. Still plenty of time left in this game, and it looks like they're going to go for a bit of a default here for the side of Bagpipe Baddies. Sending a couple players up mid, though. They want to take some aggression, but Kero's already found one of them. Takes down Atsumu already. That's going to just be a backup there for XL. As Jess wants to push up towards mid. Knows about this trip close. Do they know about the player? Drone's going to be sent out to try and just clear out this mid position. Spots out at least one of these players for now. Kero wants to get aggressive here. They want to take the fight. They're going to spot out these players any second. The shield goes down already for Jenny, but Jenny will find one back on the other side. Find two as well. All of a sudden, the numbers are in favor of Bagpipe Baddies there.
Yeah, and they're going to get that spike back. It's down to a 3v2, and it's...
Oh, Excel's waiting. Excel was ready, sends the blind out as well to delay any more players pushing on up. Still plenty of time left in the round, though, and these two players from Last Resort are slightly isolated as Excel's going to back on up just to make sure they're regrouped for this 2-on-2.
Yeah, you don't want to be putting yourself in positions where you're going on a 2v1, but site is going to be clear. So much time has to be wasted to be able to clear it out, and the farm's safe, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Starlight does still have the nade available, so could choose to push on up. Oh no, going to send it towards CT. None of the players are going to be there as they're going to be here ready to drop on down. XL is going to be the first line to take this fight against Starlight and loses that one out. XL wins that one, but 13 HP remaining. All left down onto Asterix. 2 players left to get, but no, Jake, despite being flashed, would take down Asterix, and it's 3-0 to start it off.
I mean, it was looking so good in mid as well. I like the mid aggression, right? Like I was saying, you need to be able to take that space. And then the swing from mid after Jenny, taking a couple of shots from elbow. It's so unfortunate you have to, you didn't really, sight was clear.
Yeah.
You'd cleared sight, and that's the issue with that safe plant sometimes. Obviously, Asterix had decided to come back and sit in elbow and kind of play it a bit more safe, which is fine. But then you've left him in a really bad situation where he has to swing. He can't just kind of bait out that default spike, out in the open. He has to be able to, I don't know.
I mean, also burning the nade early for Starlight there.
Yeah, and then revealing the position as well.
Yeah. Arrow wants to get aggressive again. I mean, we're seeing this time and time again. Gets the orb uncontested. That's going to be the ultimate online. I mean, on a round like this, Last Resort can afford to be a bit more aggressive, but don't want to overstep their mark, as, I mean, Bagpipe Baddies are going to be ready. Jess is going to have the Sheriff in hand. Knows about this trip in the same position. There we go. The drone will come out as an answer again. Seems to be their normal setup for mid here for the side of Last Resort. Just trying to spot some of these players. Notice that Jenny is in this right side. Going to try and take the fight, and there we go. Jenny will be taken down there. The rest of the players all grouping up towards mid. It looks like the rest of Bagpipe Baddies might want to swing into this. Starlight's only got the judge in hand. 2 away from the ultimate, though, so this is possible if they can recover this gun.
There it is. I mean, it's very, very slow. Got a little bit of a lurk going up towards B as well, but that is an up-down.
That's a disgusting setup to try and swing into. Astumi's going to have a lot to do here if they try and go into this, but Starlight's going to be trying to distract, but no, Krish will find it with the Odin. Such a powerful weapon in this current meta. And I mean, for Bagpipe Baddies, you still need a way into this. Grouped up as 3, make that 2, as Asterix will fall there. Starlight swings through the smoke, will get the first with the judge there. Can they recover the gun? No, they can't, as Jake and Gogs will clean it up. And they get 4 in a row.
It's hard, right? Because you're seeing them attempt to take the space. With the comp that they have, it's not ideal. I understand what they're trying to do. Play it slow, take the space, cut off as much as you can with the controllers that you have. But they're not winning their fights. And look at the utility from the Last Resort, right? You have so many flashes, stuns, information, blinds. It's really hard. They can hold their space for as long as they want to, basically.
Yeah. But, I mean, one thing to note is Starlight does have the ultimate available.
Yeah.
It's a great piece of util to just push on in, to try and take that space early.
Look how much space has been taken in the mid.
Yeah, as we're saying that, already, Last Resort pushing up. Kera's found 2 in the backlines already. Looking for more. Has to try and destroy this bot here. Does just about. Still hasn't taken any damage, and all of a sudden, the players from Bagpipe Baddies, they've got so much to deal with. The push is coming on through, the crunch is there. Krish will get one with the Odin before the stun comes through onto the teammate there, as Kera will find a third on the round. Surely this is all that can be done, and Jess will get one on the way out, but that will be all.
Yeah, I mean, we've had quite a few conversations in our own time about the Odin, and I will keep my opinions to myself.
It is a great weapon when it is not against me.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it. But if I'm on the side of Bagpipe Baddies right now, it's kind of that gun where it's just like, can we just avoid this?
Yeah, I think the confidence, obviously, you're 5-0 down right now. You're knocked out of place a little bit, and the space that you take with the neon as well, and being able to kind of herd them like sheep into the Odin.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's crazy how it works out, but I mean, again, it looks like for the side of Bagpipe Baddies, not really being able to find too much success. We haven't seen a full B push just yet, so maybe this is where they go for it here. Destroying that door in mid early, just to make the question marks start to appear for the side of Last Resort, but Again, they're still garnering the space. Nothing in mid this time, but all of this A space from this Omen pushing down.
What I liked from Jess was she started destroying that trip in mid.
Yeah.
And it was just consistent of, you know, just baiting out the utility and doing it early and trying to take the space the best they can. But they've kind of stopped doing that. The confidence, again, has been knocked. Excel on A main, and that information has come through. Only one's there. And
yeah. We were saying that it's the aggression time and time again from Last Resort, and Bagpipe Baddies can't deal with it. The trips are still here as well for their side push. Tries to drag one into the ISO ult, but I believe it missed. As there's still 3 players in the backside. This flash is going to come through. Not going to flash up Jenny though, but the fights are still going the way of Last Resort. Spams through the smoke as well, and it's a team ace. The Last Resort just clean it up. Bagpipe Baddies do get into sight that time, but not for long.
No, I don't know. There's no way that ultimate missed. Obviously, I do believe ISO was part of that nerf. I believe the ultimate being slightly shorter, but even side, it might have been the KO knife.
Awesome.
Very well. I don't know. Either way, it's unfortunate because that's you're kind of
trying to drag a player.
You're at a point now where the guns are so you have to be, you know, stretching these rounds out, Bucky in hand for Starlight, and it's just you're not in a good position. I mean, the ultimates are on their side, but
Excel's getting aggressive here. I was going to say, if the Raze pushes up, if Starlight pushed up there, that could have been a great first kill. They opt not to. Afraid of the aggression from the side of Last Resort, but this is just forcing Bagpipe Baddies to constantly just start on this back foot. I mean, you've still got the ultimate available for Starlight, but we'll have to see when this eventually gets popped. I can't imagine it being this round just due to the saving guns, but they're just waiting out, just letting this time drain on down, but Excel's just stayed here. Opts not to rotate back or move back towards site at all. They're just staying patient. Looks like Excel set up for some kind of mid play, constantly looking towards there with the blind, and 3 players are in mid. Maybe the plan is for a mid push, as we're seeing 1 player from Bagpipe Baddies maybe going towards that. But there we go, the ultimate's going to be popped on this A site. Starlight ultimate in hand, can't find anyone just yet. Opts are just posted towards site and will not connect onto anyone.
But it's so down. They had the right timing and the rotates come through so fast.
Jenny's going to get blinded up here. Can't get into sight just yet. As there we go. Bagpipe Baddies will have the sight for now, but there's so many players from Last Resort. They're all here ready. Kara's managed to win the first fight out. The stuns are coming through. The mollies as well. XL's managed to find one as well on the other side. Make that 2 and a 3rd. And all of a sudden, it's all left down onto Starlight. A 4K for XL. And it just seems like Bagpipe Baddies can't find the answer.
You have opted to use the showstopper, right? This is what is going to get us this site.
Yeah.
Sure, you haven't found anything from it. I don't know if they heard the Omen TP back into CT, but either way, you're pretty much going to guarantee to have a lot more space than you think, right?
Yeah.
But the showstopper came out, it's gone off, everyone slowed down in elbow. And the rotate come through so fast from Last Resort because they have such a high confidence and understanding in their ability that, yeah, sure, we'll rotate. Like, we can retake, but it's fine. And it's just, I don't know, the instant denial of sight. Go, yeah, like, yeah, sure.
Like, we'll give it up. You got ult. We'll back up.
Yeah.
But as soon as that's gone, they back it.
But they know that Bagpipe Baddies are scared.
But,
they've had the Viper ult for a while now.
Oh, there we go, Crucial ready with the Odin. The jumping play is coming around the corner, but Kara connects on to 2, almost a 3rd though.
Again!
Starlight will get the trade with the judge. Looks like it's going to be the weapon of choice there, but Gogs will get the trade back in the end. It would have to be a 1v4 for Jenny. I mean, looks like Jenny's got an open sight. The trip not cleared out though, and the cam as well. They're going to know exactly where she is for this fight. Jenny's going to have to take all of these fights towards Market. Can't connect. The shots gets 1, but XL will get the trade with the Sheriff. And it's now 8 rounds to 0 for the Last Resort.
Look, I mean, this is why we have group stages, right? And we have very big groups this time. So you're going to be going up against teams where the seeding isn't as great, and it's going to happen. But they have 5 ults as well.
Now we win.
Yeah.
And the Viper's Pit is still there, and the issue is they can't get sight. So on defense, that would be fine. But you are having to rely on, like, there's just no utility. You have 2 duelists, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The utility isn't there.
I mean, it feels like maybe the Visor would be most impactful here. Pull those guns away, but again, you still need to find a way in, and you can't let yourself get picked off early. Asterix needs to survive in this round.
I mean,
going to be the second contact.
Oh, he saw a foot.
XL saw a foot here. XL's going to get aggressive onto this. Wants to swing into this. This could be a bad decision, though. Asterix on the other side, and it's attacked through the wall. 1 HP remaining onto Asterix, and there we go. Kara's pushed on up. taking down a Stumu. It's Kara. Just going to hold this angle now. Aware that Asterisk is going to be tagged through that wall.
Space in mid though. Krish
has managed to find one onto Jess as well. The Omen ultimate comes on through to rotate through. Just to make sure to hold it down. Looks like it might have been a bait in the end.
And there was so much space taken, but you have to be winning these fights. And Krish with another. The Odin. It's so powerful. And it's down to a 2v5 once again. They know exactly where they are.
Oh,
Jenny
stuck in the corner. Will get taken down by Gogs there. And all of a sudden, Asterisk, 3 HP and a Dream gets the first. But that will be all around where, you know, early on, it looked like they had a chance to maybe get that trade. But it just wasn't there.
I'm over them.
I mean, I like the idea. I think Jess has the right idea. It's hard. They've had a couple of dropouts here and there. I think two dropouts in the last couple of weeks or so. So it's been, you know, the team has been a little bit scuffed here and there, but it's just such a strong game for the last resort.
I mean, if you look on the side of the last resort, you got it's over with an Odin getting 8 on 1 with 6 assists.
Yeah.
Like, there's really not much more you can do against that.
Which honestly doesn't seem like huge, but think about it, it's 9-0. There's not been many rounds.
Yeah. There's not been many rounds at all. I mean, Bagpipe Baddies just wanting to try and get at least one in this half. Just have some way back into this game. But surely this trip's going to catch Starlight and gets tagged on up in the front of the site. The ultimate coming on through as well. As Jake will manage to find the first. The blinds are all there. Starlight can see nothing, can do nothing. And it's all left down to the solo player and Jess. Guardian in hand. 5 players on the other side. Can't connect the shots just yet. We'll get some tags onto 1 player, but he's just running. Gets 2, almost a third there. Gonna go for the knife. Brings out a classic. Hang on a second, it's a 1v2 now. But no, there we go. Last resort having a bit too much fun there, but it doesn't matter because the funds are there for them.
It is indeed, and it's just, it's hard, right? Because you don't ever want to be seeing a game like this, but I don't know. They just such 12 assists from Gogs.
12 assists from a KO. I mean, that's just showing that Gogs' flashes are just connecting.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it in those rounds.
I just think there's so much more cohesion, and the combo they have allows for that much more. I think. I feel like Bagpipe Baddies is almost like a little bit of strategy, but more of comfortability.
Yeah.
And that's probably where the issue lies.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Bagpipe Baddies going towards this B side. Only 1 player now, but it seems like 2 more rotating over already. They got to destroy this trip. Surely they know about it at this point. The tag onto Jenny though, going to slow down this push. And there we go. We'll get caught by the trip. Gogs is going to get the first. They couldn't destroy the trip as well.
The issue is the trip is easily destroyable. Like it's right.
Kara's getting aggressive. Kara spotted out one of these players, wants to swing onto this, but there's so many players on the other side of the smoke. Kara trying to isolate these fights, gets 2, trying to get a third, but no, Starlight with the judge again. Gets another kill.
3 for 3.
2 more on the other side here. This is definitely possible. The satchel to try and break the crosshairs there, but it doesn't work, and Jake will clean it up. It's 11 rounds on the board for last resort.
The trip in main is destroyable with a gun. I don't know why we're not, you know, actively, like, even just get someone B main every single round, get that trip gun, it's fine. Just that constant pressure does not, they're allowing the last resort to play how they want to. There's no pressure, there's no real threat. They're not, you know, changing their pace up again. They're just kind of waiting to find someone. I mean, and it just doesn't, I don't know.
Their site holds have not changed once.
No.
The trips are in the same place every single round.
They don't have to change
Players in the same place, yeah.
I mean, if you wasted the nade now, the trip is right there. Like, it doesn't...
If it's not broken, don't fix it. And there's no trip on main by the looks of things. The KO knife going on through. Going to tag up Starlight, but again, got the judge available. The ultimate was taken away. Can't get a player, though, as Gogs will find the first there. Got to drop one down as XL manages to find a second on the round. Gogs finds another, and Jess will only get 1 on the way out. It's a flawless half for the last resort. And this is the last opportunity back in for Bagpipe Baddies on this pistol.
I'm assuming the shouting that we can hear in the background is it's from this game. It seems very synced up. There's quite a few, you know, communication going on between the two teams.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's just one of those where...
Look at the KDs, man. Like, they're not getting a chance to do anything.
Yeah.
I feel like Bagpipe Baddies have gotten to the point where they're just tunnel visioning getting onto site. Because they feel like that's the problem.
Yeah.
Which technically it is. But you have no advantage. You're getting onto site, 2 of you going in first, going against 5 people.
Yeah.
You're never going to be in a good position.
Yeah, you just need to find a way back into this. I mean, it would have to start on the pistol round.
Yeah.
Probably the best round for them, less util. We'll see what they can do on their defense side. Kera's already got aggressive. Going to spot out Jenny and take them down straight away. Wants to still try and take these fights. They're pushing all the way up into mid. I mean, we saw from the other side, Bagpipe Baddies try and do this, but Last Resort showing them how it's done already.
You've seen the smokes, the blinds, the walls. This is how you do it.
And Gog's running through this market position. Will get traded out by Asterix with that classic right click, trying to connect the shots, and he can't. As Kera will find another on that round. And one player left standing for Bagpipe Baddies, all onto Atsumu to keep them in this. Gets the first, tries to spot out the second, but it will not connect. It's a 13-0 for the Last Resort. As Bagpipe Baddies, it just looked like they had no way into that.
I know, and it's so unfortunate, right? Because a round.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to. I
One
don't
is
want
all
to
you
say
need.
anything. But.
We've got our first 13-0 of the tournament done.
First game.
First game.
That is how you start the tournament.
Yeah.
And for Last Resort, that's really good. Right? Obviously, I think they were kind of going into expecting to win anyway, but the confidence in that, you can. Okay, this might sound really bad, but you can kind of use these lower seeded games, but for practice. I don't want to be mean, but like.
Or momentum building even.
Right?
Like, if you win these games early.
Yeah, but you can test out compositions and see what you want to do. That might have been, using that KO and stuff like that, the single Julius or Neon, kind of testing out these things and seeing how you want to be bringing in these maps, see what works for you. But overall, very strong start.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great start for them. I mean,
so
you
on the other side, it's a bit.
On the other side, like, they only really had one round that was even remotely close, and it was that 1v2 that Asterix unfortunately could not win out. But other than that, it just really wasn't much of an opportunity for them. But they should look at this and go, it's okay. This was a higher seeded team.
Also,
we have a wave hopefully back in one of the closer ones, but
they are last seed.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I think going into every game, the mentality, obviously, you can keep the vibes up and hype yourself up for it, but you do always got to be aware that these guys are always going to be seated above you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the struggle that these guys are going to come across.
But then again, it's the upset potential. I mean, we've seen before Control Asterix, a few epics back, there was an upset. He was part of that roster.
He
managed to pull that off. So it's always possible.
Yeah.
Can he bring back some brilliance in this epic? Oh, you're saying no. I mean, it's fine. Because Control has a team playing.
They have their own team.
So there is an actual team playing. So it's okay. He'll get a win, hopefully, through them. If he doesn't get one.
Who knows? But
only more group games to go anyway.
I think also TLR, I think a couple of people on the team did play for TLR last Epic, but overall, it is a very mismatched player, and a few of them haven't actually played at Epic before.
Yeah.
So overall, considering that the comp is very scattered, to say the least, very, very good game.
Yeah, so, it's great. I mean, also, if it's your first game on LAN, to start out with a 13-0 as first game on LAN, there is no better way to start.
Yeah.
Like, there is literally no better thing you could have done, and it wasn't even one where it's like, it shouldn't have been a 13-0. If we look back at that game, we can't really argue against it. There are some where, you kind of look back and you go, that was a way closer game than it says on paper. But there are some games like this where it just doesn't work out in their favor.
And that happens.
Yeah.
But no, I like Sunset coming into that first map as well. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Sunset, especially since Lotus has gone. Rest in peace, Lotus. I love Lotus.
Oh no, what a shame we don't get Lotus every game.
We did get it's like an Epic LAN curse.
Yep. Lotus every single game.
Yeah.
But it's not possible this set.
It's not.
But I'm just hoping we get to see some of those maps that have come back into rotation. Maybe see some of those that have had the little change up.
I don't like Pearl.
Give me a bit of Abyss. Give me a bit of Pearl.
I like Corrode. I want to see more Corrode. Obviously, we haven't.
Yeah.
Was it out last Epic?
Oh, I can't remember now.
It's been a few months.
We'll check that.
We will check
and we'll let you guys know later.
I think it was literally the week that it came out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone picked into it.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those where it has just come out.
A lot of it. Also, we had VCT champs over the last couple of months since Epic 45. So I think there's been a lot of new realization. Hey, this is actually a pretty decent map. So we'll have to see. Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see, and we'll be seeing hopefully quite soon as we'll be going to a short break, and then we'll be back with more Valorant action.